So a brief update on the Tepe murders out of Ohio. As we know, Michael McKee was arrested and was charged with the murders of his ex-wife and her husband, the dentist. And he was arrested in a neighboring jurisdiction, which would be Chicago and Illinois. So what happens when that happens is you have to be extradited, and there's a process for that, and that happened in Chicago. So let's talk about what happened at that court date and what will happen now. So hi, my name is Stephanie, criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender. I've handled, I would say, hundreds of extradition cases, so this is right up my alley. So let's just briefly talk about it. He did appear in court with his public defender. He did waive extradition. Now, what does that mean? All right, so when you are in another neighboring jurisdiction, not the state in which you were charged with a crime, you have to be sent back to the state that you are wanted in, right? That makes sense. All the states have this sort of agreement with each other about extradition. You can have an extradition hearing, or you can waive that extradition hearing. I would say in 90% of cases, people waive the extradition hearing. All right. I typically, unless it's to a death penalty state and you're up for a unaliving charge, usually we advise to waive extradition. So he did waive extradition, and he will be headed back to Ohio to face the murder charges and be arraigned on those charges sooner rather than later. So I think that it actually might be happening today, but I'm not entirely sure. Nevertheless, he waived his extradition. He'll be heading back to Ohio to be arraigned on the murder charges. Now, if it's not today, if it's not tomorrow, if it's not this week, how long do they have to come and get him? Okay. The appellate courts have determined that a reasonable period of time is the amount of time that they can take to get a person from a neighboring jurisdiction, a sister jurisdiction. What is a reasonable period of time? No one really knows. Typically after 30 days, we start to get antsy and we start, filing paperwork, but it's been like up to 90 days they can wait. It's never really 90 days, but it could be up to 90 days. They're going to go get him immediately. He's going to be picked up immediately, if not has already been picked up and brought back to Ohio. I would be surprised if he's not back in the state already. So he waived extradition. He appeared in court. He's now headed back to answer for the arraignment charges of murder. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get more information. I know the charging documents are out. I know Emily D. Baker is going over them on her YouTube channel. So if you want to pop over there and check that out, she's a great source. So you're a little bit of update, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.